Welcome back to my channel. This is the rear scoop. I've made a few modifications. It used to have a rope connecting to the release that you could pull from up in the driver's seat, but the bucket, when it was full, was really hard to pull the pin out of the release. So you had to put the bucket down and sort of wiggle it a little bit to get the pin out, and then you would lift up the linkage arms and the bucket would tip. And I got tired of needing to do that all the time. So I connected a boat winch wire rope to it. So that goes onto where the rope used to be. Then I made a metal bracket so that sort of moves and helps take up any slack, so the wire cable doesn't come off the pulley. So that connects to the lower pin arm area, and so you've got the top linkage to the top hole and that pulley to the bottom hole. Not all tractors have two holes. I was lucky enough that this one does. Then the cable goes around that pulley, then back to the lower hole on the scoop where it goes around another pulley. Then I've got a piece of chain, so I can make adjustments as to how high up it releases. And then first I put it to the drawbar, but I found that the chain kept getting caught up on the release pin. So I disconnected the drawbar and put it one hole to the left of center on the sway part of the drawbar, so it pulls to the side a little bit. That way it pulls away from that pin. So I'll show you how it operates. So it releases that easy, and all you have to do to reconnect it is be moving forward when you put it back down. So I'll show you that. So that's a lot easier than using the rope and have to get the linkage at the right height so you can pull the pin and release the bucket, which was quite annoying. I'll give you a close-up on how I've got the linkage all connected up and where the pulleys are situated. There's where the rope was tied onto. I did try a shackle on there so I could disconnect that if I wanted to, but I found that when I lifted the linkages all the way up, that the shackle plus the tied off bit there would come up and hit the pulley. So I shortened this because that was quite a bit longer. I shortened it and re-drilled the hole and everything else, and found that it was still getting too close to it. So I disconnected that, took the D-shackle out of there and connected it directly to the release arm, and I wanted to leave that as long as I could to try and give it the kind of like a tensioner effect. And I find the weight of the chain, the weight of that chain helps with that. So the chain gives tension plus adjustment as to how high off the ground I want it to pull the pin for the scoop. So we go from there, then around the pulley there, so around that pulley, and it comes back around that pulley there, then down chain connecting on with the shackle under there. So when I want to disconnect it, I just pull that pin, like that, pull that out, disconnect the pin from there, taking that off, because then that comes back, connects onto the release arm, and then just disconnect it as normal. That way I can leave whatever setting I had the chain at there for next time. So I'll reconnect that. I can't do it one-handed. And then once I reconnect that, I'll put the camera up on there, showing down, and I'll take it out and fill it up and show you the full operation. I have done a few tests to make sure, and a few little alterations along the way as to when to have it pull on the chain to pull the release pin. And as I said before, when I had it connected to the drawbar, I found that it kept, the chain kept coming down like that and getting caught on that bolt, and it would either pull on the pin, releasing the bucket too soon, and then it would get caught up and not let the pin go back in for the reconnection. So I'll reconnect that chain and show you the operation of how it works. go. It's a little bit of messing around to get it to work right, but I think it's well worth it. Makes it a lot easier. At the moment I'm using it to make dirt bike jumps, so later on I'll probably use it to make a loading ramp. Sure beats using a shovel and a wheelbarrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.